Good morning, folks. This is Deb Delapiana, and this is yet another midterm report. Look, things are changing daily here. We're going to keep doing this. Some of this will be repeated, but you know what? The right wing has managed to brainwash a lot of people by repeating. So we are going to keep repeating. So let's talk about where we are through this whole thing, which, by the way, I am now prepared to say has been a total repudiation of the MAGA ideology, quite frankly. A total repudiation of Donald Trump by the American people. And those are the people, no matter what you think, that really count. So let's talk about first Michigan, where Gretchen Whitmer, who has been tormented by the right wing in that state, I've been watching this on social media for months, has won the governorship from Tudor Dixon, a total brainless wonder, and Trump acolyte, by double digits. Not only that, she is helping to usher in control of the House and the Senate in Michigan for the first time in nearly 40 years. Michigan is Democrat. It is blue. Michigan, by the way, is one of 4 states that have now got a Democratic Party trifecta, which means the governor and the legislatures, both houses of the legislature, are under Democratic control. The other states being Massachusetts, Minnesota, and let me see, I believe the other one is maybe Maryland. I want to make sure I'm right here, gang. Maryland. Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, and Maryland have trifectas. In Illinois, the headline reads this morning that the GOP is becoming even more irrelevant than it already was. In Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, the Democratic incumbent, beat Donald Trump's evangelical Christian selection, Darren Bailey, who was honestly the most right-wing guy ever foisted upon the people of Illinois. This is a man who totally has disdain for women, does not believe that gay people should exist. And the Democrats there were not only able to return J.B. Pritzker to the governorship, but they retained both Senate seats and they held all statewide offices. They also took a 14-3 advantage over the Republicans in the state legislature and enhanced their majority in the Illinois Supreme Court. We're moving along here, folks. This stuff doesn't happen even in the best of midterm times, okay? 10 election denying secretaries of state were defeated this round. Now, these were people that the Republicans were counting on being in charge of certifying elections. They were defeated, 10 of them, one of them being Mark Fincham, the most virulent of the lot in Arizona. Yesterday, the 2 big stories. Mark Kelly wins his senator seat. Catherine Cortez Masto won hers last night, kind of late. We now have the Senate, 50 senators, with, of course, Kamala Harris still being the tiebreaker, but we can change that on December 6th by electing Raphael Warnock and taking a real majority in the Senate, okay? Look, folks, the Democrats have this tendency to think we're all cool now. Everything's all done. We've defeated everything. We don't have to worry about a thing. We need the Senate seat. Okay? We have an opportunity to be stronger than we were before the midterms. Let's just fucking do it. Whatever you've got to do, text banking, phone banking, whatever you can do to help Raphael Warnock get his seat back. Herschel Walker doesn't even belong in the Senate. He belongs nowhere in public life. Do you really want Herschel Walker in the Senate for the next several years? He's a moron. I'm sorry, folks. We can't make this any more pretty for you. In Wisconsin, the GOP lost the governorship. Tony Evers was reelected. And by the way, the Democrats denied the Wisconsin GOP a supermajority, which means should they try to pass a statewide ban on abortion, it can be safely vetoed by Tony Evers, and they cannot override his veto. Another win. In Washington State, Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez, who owns an auto shop, flipped a Republican House seat, which was, she was going against Joe Kent, who was a total Trump acolyte, an insurrection supporter, an election denier, and a woman who owns an auto body shop managed to flip the seat to the Democratic side. That's a victory. Where are we with the rest of the election here? In Arizona, Katie Hobbs leads Kari Lake by about 34,000 votes right now. They have not called that governorship yet. If that governorship goes to Katie Hobbs, I promise you, Kari Lake is going to split a fucking gut on national television. She will explode, and it will be the prettiest thing ever, okay? For me, anyway. Because if there's one person that I cannot stomach, it's Kari Lake. Lauren Boebert, right now, I believe, is leading her opponent, Adam Frisch. But that may be headed to an automatic recount depending upon the margin, because right now that margin is very slim and it has been going back and forth. We don't know where that's going to go. That may not be resolved until sometime in December if there's a recount. I have no idea, have not seen any updates beyond that. I did see that this morning. Nothing has been resolved. We are still waiting on Senate seats. I'm sorry, on House seats, because they go through the state of California. We're right now, as the Democratic Party is looking at this, we could very well retain the House. If we retain the House and add a seat to the Senate, it's a total repudiation of everything the Republican Party stands for. That just never happens. In 86 years, it hasn't happened during the midterms. We have a really good chance of maintaining the House. Maybe not with the majority that we had, which we took, by the way, at the midterm stage. If we can retain the House and we can enhance the Senate, we can keep the GOP at bay. But I warn you, my friends, the GOP has, yes, stopped seeking its leadership for the second half of this term because they're in disarray. They are down, and we need to keep them down. We need to start thinking like them, because what are they doing right now? They're regrouping to see how they can do better in 2024. We are not finished. We cannot be finished. This isn't set. We still have insurrectionists who voted to overturn the 2020 election in power. Jim Jordan, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz, all still in. All of them. Okay? We still have work to do here. The Democrats cannot just assume that this is all over now. They're a party in disarray and a party in decline. You let them regroup and they will come back. They are not done. Donald Trump is about to announce his run for the presidency in 2024. We cannot sit back. We all got cocky in 2016, didn't we? Thinking he was never going to win because he's just, a reality TV star? He has gotten a hold of the Republican Party now and infused it with more hate, vitriol, vindictiveness, and bigotry than we've seen in my lifetime. We are not done. We need to keep pushing, and we need to make sure that they are rendered powerless. I will talk to you all later.